Yo, what is up, guys? You got Illusion here, coming at you with my Week 3 battle against Turkey, coach of the Toronto Luxrays. This is a very threatening coach with a very threatening team, and if you know any backstory about my league history, you'll know that Turkey defeated me to get 3rd place in Summer Showdown. So I have kind of a grudge, and I'm trying to get back against Turkey. I know he's a solid opponent because he defeated me and got 3rd place in such a prestigious tournament. But yeah, I just want to make 3 big announcements before I get into the game. First, there will be, because March Madness is going on, there will be no uploads and no games next week. It'll be a break, and then we'll upload the week after. Me and I might do something next week, but I'll be in vacation, so probably not. Second announcement I want to make is that there'll be no team builder for this game because I'm on a bit of a time crunch. I leave for Hawaii tomorrow at 4 a.m. and I'm recording this at like 8, so I gotta go to bed soon. And I want to get this game out as fast as possible. By the time you're watching this, I'm probably already gonna be out of my home and in Hawaii, so I'll be MIA and I won't be doing any uploads or anything. So yeah, I just wanted to get this out there and do this video before the deadline passed, so I don't get so the NPL doesn't send in the goons, send in Matty Bollock to break my arms off or something like that. Yeah, my final announcement I'm gonna make is that I'll probably announce it more in depth next week, but I made some trades for my team that won't go into effect until week 5, but I'll definitely talk about it, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I did trade some Pokemon, and they will be active come week 5. I'll talk about that probably when I get back from vacation, but I just want to get that out there. So let's just get into the team matchup. We're facing Turkey, and as always, he has a threatening team of goons, just like everybody else in the NPL minors. Nobody in the NPL minors has a bad team, and especially not Turk. If you see his team, he brought 4 of the 6 I thought he would bring. He brought Thundertherian, which I knew he would bring, which is a huge threat. Azumarill, huge threat, I knew he would bring. Breloom, something that also wrecks my team, barring 1 Pokemon. And Landorus, I knew would bring. And then the Pokemon that I was on the fence about was Goodra and Silvally. I wasn't sure if he brought those. He could have also brought something like Aerodactyl or Bronzong versus my team. So yeah, but they're definitely not something I didn't completely expect, but I definitely expected Azu, Thundertherian, Breloom, and Landorus. So let me just go into my team. So I brought Mega Heracross again. This is a very bulky Mega Heracross, fully health invested, and I have enough speed to outspeed an max speed Jolly Azumarill. So I have a lot of health as a precaution against Belly Drum Azumarill. I'm very scared of that Pokemon. If he belly drums up and my Vileplume is gone, I pretty much lose the game unless Heracross is I pretty much lose the game. Unless Heracross is healthy, because it tanks 1 Aqua Jet pretty well with the bulk I have, even after a couple rock switch-ins. And overall, it's very hard for him to switch into Heracross. He really has, like, his bug fighting resist is like Landorus and Thundurus, and those don't switch into Pin Missile or Close Combat. They switch in once, and that's it. Next, I have Calm Mind, Hidden Power Ice, Electrium Z Coco with Roost. So this is like a sweeper and a wall breaker. I think it's pretty hard for his team to bust through this. I brought Electrium Z to break through some things like Bronzong, and he had another bulky Pokemon I wanted to bring Electrium Z versus. And Hidden Power Ice hits everything that Thunderbolt doesn't. So yeah, it's like a tried and true set that I brought in a lot of tour matches, and I'm hoping to put in work. And next I have Vileplume. This is an interesting set. I have max HP, max speed, timid. So I brought max speed, timid Vileplume to speed creep Azumarill in case he's belly drum, because if he's belly drum and he's like max speed adamant, I can outspeed that and hit that with a sludge bomb and then kill it afterwards with something like Staraptor. But yeah, I don't want him outspeeding me and killing me with like a knockoff or something like that. So I brought max speed Vileplume. Funny thing is, if he brings max speed Azumarill, we actually speed tie my Vileplume versus Azumarill, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. My team doesn't deal well with Belly Drum Azu, so I need something like this Vileplume just to check specifically that. Vileplume also matches up well against the Breloom. Breloom can't do anything to Vileplume. If he's like an SD Poison Heal set, that could be threatening, but I could deal with that in other ways. Next, I have Max Spadef, Careful Rhydon. This is primarily for the Thundurus. It tanks a +2 Focus Blast on the chin. Not a Fighting MZ, but it tanks a +2 Focus Blast from Thundurus. Fun fact, it also tanks an Earth Power from Life Orb Landorus, so this thing is thick body. I have Rock Blast, Ice Punch, and Earthquake. My next Pokemon is Staraptor. This is a Scarf Staraptor. Brought it because he doesn't really have a flying switch in other than Bronzong, which if I U-turn on and bring in Heracross, he's in a lot of trouble, so I like Staraptor's matchup. Double Edge, Brave Bird, U-turn, Quick Attack. Quick Attack is to pick off certain Pokemon like Azumarill after a Sludge Bomb from Vileplume, and Breloom as well if it's low. And my last Pokemon is Slowbro. This Slowbro has barely any physical defense, but it has a ton of Spadef AV, and this lets it tanks like this actually lets it tank like a Specs Thunderbolt from Thunderstarian if it's like timid from full. So the Spadef gives it a lot of boost for especially special attacking Pokemon. And this is my main check to Life Orb Landorus Eye. If you don't know, Sheer Force is allowed. And I said Rhydon could take one, but I'm not switching in Rhydon on a Landorus. But yeah, Slowbro eats up Earth Powers from Life Orb Landorus, even if it's modest, and I can fire back with an Ice Beam. My moveset: Scald, Ice Beam, Fire Blast, and Psychic, I believe. And yeah, let's get right into the game. So I lead Coco as he leads Landorus. So yeah, so right here, he could be Life Orb, but I don't want to risk him being something like Scarf or Sash or Yache Berry. So right here, I just go into my designated counter to Landorus, Slowbro, aka Mayo. So Mayo, he goes for the Earthquake, but I brought in Mayo because if he was like Life Orb Earth Power, I tanked that up. Or if he was just Scarf Earth Power, I tanked that up and I got some momentum. I could Scold and maybe get some burns in on something. But he goes for the Earthquake, and I'm thinking he's like, he could be Sash, Yache Berry, or Scarf. There's a multitude of sets he could be. Yeah, there's a multitude of sets he could be, and Slowbro checked that all. So right here, I just go for the Skull because he can't really. Oh, my bad. I'm stupid. I misremembered it. I just go for the Ice Beam because that bodies Landorus if he wants to switch up moves and go for rocks or something crazy like that in case he's like Sash, or even go for knockoff or something like that. I just go for Ice Beam. It goes into Goodra. Obviously Assault Vest, it does negative amounts of damage. And I switched out into Rhydon. I didn't want to take an Electric Terrain boosted Thunderbolt, which I thought he would go for. And even if he went for a Draco, I'm Max Spadef Rhydon, so I would eat that up anyways. Shout outs to Bash for being hard body thick boy. And yeah, he goes for Thunderbolt. I eat that up. He can't go for. I just go for rocks here because he can't go for anything that'll kill me. He could have went. Oh, I keep misremembering things. Sorry, folks. This game actually happened a little bit a while ago. I just go for Earthquake to get some damage off on this Goodra. He could have went something like. I didn't think he would go Landorus because he's physical and Rhydon takes that on easily. And I just wanted to get this damage off on this Goodra. If he went for Muddy Water, that wouldn't have killed me, but it would have done a lot. And I wanted to weaken this Goodra for my Coco in the back. But yeah, but now this is a good opportunity to get rocked. And he brings in Azu, and I have like I kind of want to scout this set. If he's banded and goes for liquidation, I can go into Vileplume. And I don't want to keep Rhydon in here. If he's Belly Drum, that's free setup for him. But I have a max speed Vileplume just for that. He does go for the Belly Drum. And like I said, I'm max speed timid Vileplume. And so unless he's max speed Jolly Azumarill, I always outspeed. And I can go for the Sludge Bomb right here. And it does a lot. Doesn't kill, which sucks. And it gets the poison. And so that killed. So we doubled down with the Azu, and that kind of didn't matter because I would have went Staraptor afterwards and quick attacked, but he could have went. But he would have still had his Azu in the end game if like he switched out into something. So it kind of mattered, but I didn't think it mattered that much because I could always revenge this with Staraptor, and Azumarill with its Citrus at 7% wasn't posing too much of a threat to my team. So yeah, but right here, I go into Staraptor because I think it has a good matchup versus his entire team. It blows. He doesn't really have a double edge or Brave Bird. He doesn't have a double edge resist on his team, and I don't know what his Silvally is, but even if he's like Scarf Silvally, Staraptor can blow that back. And so he goes Landers, and this reveals that he's Scarfed. He goes for the knockoff right here, and I just go for the double edge and kill that. And right here he shows something interesting. He's Silvally Steel, which is a good switch into Staraptor. And I wasn't expecting the Silvally Steel because I just wasn't expecting it. So right here, he knocked off my Scarf, so I can actually go for the U-turn. Since he's like Steel, he can't be Scarf, so I'm not scared of anything. So I just go for the U-turn. And I go to Heracross as he goes for the Defog. And right here, he doesn't have a switch into close combat. He can go Thunderous in theory, but that takes a hell of a lot from close combat. And I can just blow this Silvally back. It can't really do anything to my Heracross, or my Omega Heracross, or really kill me with anything. Even like a flamethrower bounces off. So right here, I can just kill the Silvally right now. And he goes for the Air Slash. It bounces off, doesn't do anything, and I can get flinched. So yeah, he flinches me with Air Slash, and if I didn't get flinched, I went for close combat. I would have killed this Silvally off, which would have been nice, very nice. But it's Pokemon. I got the poison on Azumarill, which is lucky, and he got the flinch, which is the same chance. But I would have preferred to not get flinched here rather than poison Azumarill. But you can't. This is just Mons. You can't really complain. I didn't complain in the game and cried like a bitch, but you know that's what it is. It is what it is. So here Slash, I can't stay in. I just go on the Topic Ogre here, and here I make a huge misplays, a series of huge misplays. I go for the Calm Mind, and as he goes for the Parting Shot, and that's fine. He goes into Breloom, and right here I go for the Hidden Power Ice, and it does no damage, and he goes for the Bullet Seeds and kills me off. 4 hits was kind of lucky on his part, but it is what it is. But I misplayed because I didn't really calc how much Hidden Power Ice would do, and I kind of thought I was at +1 special attack. If I remembered that I was neutral special attack, I would have went for the Z Thunderbolt, which would have done a lot more to Breloom. And this thing would have been down. After the game, this was Sash, and me getting this lower with Electrium Z Thunderbolt would have been clutch because I bring in Staraptor and I go for the quick attack, and I don't even kill this thing. It might have been a roll, but it was just a terrible play on my part, going for the not going for the Electrium Z and going Staraptor afterwards. I should have went into Heracross afterwards, and I should have brought this thing lower, and I should have calced. It was just a series of misplays on my part. I kind of got tilted after the Air Slash flinch on my Omega, but it is what it is. For right here, I can just go for the Pin Missile and kill off his Goodra. He could have went like Silvally. He could have went Silvally Steel on the Pin Missile, but I didn't think he would, and I didn't want the defense drop from close combat. So I went for the Pin Missile. He goes into Silvally Steel. I go into Slowbro because that's because I went into Slowbro because since he's special, I'm an Assault Vest. He can't really do anything to me. And right here, I go into Rhydon because I checked this thing pretty well. And I double out into Heracross. And I doubled out into Heracross because 1, I was scouting the Z move. 2, I was expecting him to double into Break. Like he might pull like a double or Sag Breloom or something. And he goes for the Fightinium Z Titanium Z Focus Blast does a hell of a lot to my Heracross, and I just switch out into like Rhydon. He could have went for the Focus Blast again, but that would have just been a dumb play on his part, because if he missed, it would have been very in my favor. And Focus Blast, like, he can like play around with misses and whatnot, but I actually tank a Focus Blast, and right here I just go for Rock. I just go for Rock Blast. I would have actually liked him to stay in and go for Focus Blast, so I could have killed that Thundurus off. But here I just go for the rocks to kill that Breloom on the switch-in. But he could just defog here as I go for the Earthquake on Silvally Steel. He goes Breloom, and he kills my Rhydon off easy. And right here, I have to pray that he goes for Mach Punch. So, my win condition, I have to pray that I'm either A, faster, or B, he goes for Mach Punch, which wouldn't kill because of my bulk. And then afterwards, I have to pray that Slowbro's like Ice Beam can do it versus Thundurus. But at this point, I pretty much lost. He goes for the Force Palm, kills off my Heracross, and I go into Slowbro, and he just kills me off with a Bullet Seed, and I lose the game. And I'm very disappointed about how this game went. I played bad after I got hacked a little bit. I got very tilted and played the end game terribly. I pretty much sacked my two biggest threats, Tapu Koko and Staraptor, to the same Pokemon. And up until that point, I thought I was playing the game super well. But once I got flinched, like, you could tell that my level of play went down tremendously, and so I lose 2-0, which sucks. That makes me 1-2 with the 0 differential, which is something I didn't really want to start the season off this way. I should be 2-1 with a positive differential, but there's nothing you can do. Pokemon, you know, it screws everybody over, no matter who you are. And I just want to add some closing thoughts. I want to give a shout out to all the people my Pokemon were nicknamed after. I want to give a shout out to Mayo, the Slowbro, Crypto the Staraptor, Bash the Rhydon, Dougal the Tapu Koko, and Omega Jolteon. Omega Jolteon, you kind of suck. You get flinched by. If you didn't get flinched by Silvally, I would have been in a good position. So can I type F Omega Jolteon in the comments? Nah, I'm just kidding, but I just want to remind you guys there'll be no upload next week because of March Madness break, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.